Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X, and since last night's trailer for the newly dubbed Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, they have actually released multiple character previews. We've got Goku and Piccolo who were in the beta, and then we also have Frieza who was just revealed with this trailer. So we're gonna go over all those videos, we're gonna break those down, we're gonna see if there's anything they changed really from Goku or Piccolo that I don't remember happening in the beta, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this sort of content. So like the video if you like this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe if you want to see some future Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra content as well as other anime gaming content, and yeah, let's hop into it. All right, let's check out Goku.
Peggy 12.
The forces of good will always win.
All right. Will you pause and to kind of break down stuff? The animation's still looking really clean. All right, we still got the Kaioken, a little impact on it. Genki Dama. That goes so hard. That goes so hard. Sean Schimmel hitting it here. Okay, they were dumb for that though. I know they wanted to show kind of the impact, but they were dumb for that. All right, so we got power up your skills with the Kaioken, dominate battles with ultimate power. All right. Passive violent rage. If an ally hero near you is KO'd by the enemy, that becomes a target of anger. This allows you to find the target and increase your damage against them. So this is actually really cool. You kind of can get your revenge kill. Man, my hair. You can kind of get the revenge kill with this skill. And on top of getting the revenge kill, you mark them on a map. So they can't even really get away. That's actually really good. Yeah, this doesn't really seem that changed by the beta or from the beta, if anything. Skill 1 Kamehameha, Fire Kamehameha. When the Kaioken is active, the duration and size of this attack increases, and movement speed down will be applied to enemies it hits. So with the Kaioken active, you will actively, well, begin to, it's a better for pursuit, it goes longer, that's good. Meteor Hammer. Leap into the midst of your enemies and smash your fist down. When Kaioken is active, it generates a shockwave, will appear. And enemies hit by it will be staggered. I almost had a stroke reading that, but that's because the translation looks to be wrong. But yeah, that's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. So you're going to jump on your opponent and just slam. But if you have the Kaioken, yeah, you're going to be able to just do a little bit of a stagger, which is nice. Kaioken grants you strike up, all defense up, movement speed up, and activating this on top of your other skills will power them up. It's so funny seeing him as Super Saiyan go into the Kaioken and then go down, go back to base with Kaioken. Now you got super attack Genki Dama. Unleash an orb of amassed spirit energy. Damage increases based on the number of remaining ally heroes. When Kaioken is active, the explosion will be triggered, dealing even more damage. The one thing I can't remember about this is if it's counting heroes around you or if it's counting actively alive heroes. This is actually pretty good. Generally, this makes the move have a little bit of variance between the damage, but not terribly too much. But that is a powerful effect. Just know that if you're last man standing, it literally does less. So that's kind of funny, but yeah. Clean. Alright, we got the transformation. Violent rage improves. Alright. Increased damage. And that's Goku. With a little network test in there, we're happy about that. That's going to be great. Alright, let's move on to Piccolo. Alright.
Peggy 12.
See about this monster right here.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Alright.
Bring it on! I'm tired of you and your loud mouth. Hope you're ready. Special beam cannon.
Chris Sabat going in. Look at that. Being up close to Piccolo, not the way. Yeah! That's so clean.
A nice chance to test my strength.
Yo, he broke ankles with that one.
Cosmos. Doesn't get better than this.
Okay, so roll damage, and he is a range damage. He was very interesting in the beta because a lot of players were just like not really sure how to use him, and the bot always fed with him. But Piccolo, yeah, your rush attacks and skills have tremendous range. The power of special beam cannon increases the longer you charge the attack. All right, let's get into the skills real quick. So the passive, ready for victory. Attacking enemies with a rush attack will temporarily lower cooldowns on moves. So yes, the more like just autos you get in, the more rush attacks you get in, the more you'll be able to cycle through your moves. So that's pretty tight. So keeping your distance and not being disrupted and just like peppering your opponent with Ki Blast is going to be the way with Piccolo. Animations look so good. Then Light Grenade, fire a powerful energy blast at skill level 2. An explosion will occur at the point of impact. Damage and AoE explosion increases the further away the target is. So this can be kind of cool because if you hit somebody like in front, the explosion, like let's say you shoot it, if you hit somebody right here, the explosion will occur here. But if you hit somebody here, of course, it's over here. So like if everybody is off to the side, it wouldn't necessarily be a good idea to hit Goku because you're only going to hit Goku. But if there's like Goku here and then his team is right here, hitting Goku right here would actually be just premium. See that? Yeah. That's a huge AoE though. That's a huge AoE. I'm not going to hold you. But yeah, that's a pretty cool move. The next one, Demonic Floating Blast. Fire an energy blast upwards that will drop down on an approaching enemy. If the skill is used again or the skill effect expires, it will fall to the ground instead. It will explode after falling, applying movement speed down enemies hitting the explosion. I don't remember this. Guys, if you played the beta and main Piccolo, do you remember this? Because I don't remember this. I could just be fooling. I have hours and hours of gameplay on. I just don't remember this. That was cool, though. And then Magic Whip Fist. This is awesome. Skill 3. Stretch your arms and move instantly to any enemies, ally heroes, and walls that you touch. After moving, your next rush attack will release a powerful energy blast and damage will increase. So, I love this. You are able to zone your opponents very well, going to allies or supports that are further out, going to walls that are further out. This is tool. And even being able to hit an enemy and pursue them while running away, because they'll naturally make the range you need running away. So this is actually really cool. And you got Special Beam Cannon, a beam of energy that penetrates enemies and walls. Holding down the attack button will expend multiple stocks. The more stocks that are used, the higher the damage and range. So this is a snipe right there. And you can see in this next animation, you get the chill. Yeah, they're going through it. They're going through it. Look at this. The third. Oh, that's so good. That's so good looking. And then Goku just perishes. He just ceases to exist. Yes, that's hot. Alright, now we gotta go see Frieza. And Frieza's the character that hasn't been in the beta, so I'm super excited to see what Frieza does. Let's get it. Let's get it. Alright.
My power level is 530,000.
Okay, brother.
But to keep things fair,
oh, look at them go. Look at them go. Oh, the music. Okay. Dodoria has a knockback. Ew.
Look, beautiful, isn't it? A rare gem indeed.
Alright, hold up. That's kind of disgusting.
It's time.
That's disgusting. Okay. Oh, so he's technical. Okay. So that's basically the support role. Frieza first form. Concept, move around the battlefield with your subordinates, Zarbon and Dodoria. Command them both strategically to dominate the map. That's insane. Alright. So, passive Fearsome Emperor increases movement speed during high-speed flight and prevents flight from being interrupted by an attack. Effect will expire after being hit by an attack, but this effect can be used again after a certain amount of time. So, for you guys that aren't in the know, Super Flight, when you are not being attacked, it's like this, like the Z Fighters flying around with the aura around them, and you can move around at accelerated speeds. However, being hit will normally break you out of it and trigger like a little cutscene. But this skill is saying the first time you get hit, you do not lose your Super Flight. And this should allow you to actually sometimes just go straight by people and bypass like fights that you wouldn't normally be able to bypass. Yep, they just tanked straight to the Kamehameha and kept going. Okay, now you got skill 1, show them Zarbon. Position Zarbon, who will attack enemies in the area with energy blasts, prioritizing targets in the middle of rush attacks. When this energy blast hits an enemy hero, it applies strike defense down, and then use the skill again to make Zarbon leave his position. So, the cool thing here right now is that this is a turret character, it looks like. You're going to position Zarbon. He's going to shoot people, prioritizing people that are actively trying to deal damage. And then you're going to inflict strike defense down, which can open it up to a lot of other people. Now, rate of fire is cool. I want to see the damage, though. Next one, crush them, Dodoria. Skill 2, oh my gosh, my cat. Skill 2, position Dodoria who will attack enemies in the area with lunge attacks. Prioritizing targets in the middle of rush attacks. As lunge attack hits an enemy hero, they are forcibly moved. Okay, so this is the knockback. This is crazy for zoning, dude. And look at the splash on that. It looks like Goku may have been able to get whiffed, and no, he just gets carried back. And then you got skill 3, Imperial Decree. Grant you and the ally hero's movement speed up, and create an area that raises Zarbon and Dodoria's attack speed. If the ally heroes, Zarbon or Dodoria are nearby when the skill is activated, the effects will last longer. So you got a little buff area of effect. Look at Vegeta just flying over there. And that's pretty tight. So, like, look at that zoning, dude. Now, Goku has Meteor Impact or Meteor Crash that's just going to get above and around, but still. Now you got Supernova. Drop an enormous energy blast. Charging the attack increases the size of the energy blast, improving range. All enemies in the Super Attack AoE will be afflicted with all attack down. So, this is actually cool. Zarbon will hit people with the strike damage down, that's tight, but Dodoria will push them further back and then line them up for Supernova, which will then debuff their attack, period. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And it looks like right here we got the official time for the network test, 6/11, 11 p.m. For Pacific time. So that'll be 2 a.m. my time. I will be here streaming this game. I will be here making content for this game. There'll be a lot of videos out. So I'm pretty excited. All right, guys. Yeah, Frieza looks interesting. Frieza looks interesting. So, yeah, looking at all those, this is pretty interesting. Goku doesn't look like he's changed. I would like to see maybe the damage coefficients, maybe the stagger be a little buffed, because he felt good in the game, but unless he snowballed like any character can, he never really felt great to me. That's just my personal opinion. Piccolo was kind of weird. I usually saw bots picking him, and it would just turn into feeding machines, but I really like his playstyle. We'll just have to see whether or not it can work. Like, if you have a Piccolo and a Frieza in the same lane, Dodoria may be able to constantly space your lane mates or your laning opponents and allow Piccolo to get the space to just be a monster the entire game. So Frieza and Piccolo may just be a match from heaven. We gotta see. And then when it comes to Frieza himself, this is very interesting. The one thing I'm going to point out is that Frieza really has no animations. He just flies around, and then he has Supernova. And most of your animations seem to come from Zarbon and Dodoria, so whether Frieza fans are actually going to like that, I'm not sure. I have very mixed thoughts on whether or not we're going to see this character being played a lot in the upcoming beta. And so, yeah, we'll see. I'm excited to see that, though. I'm excited to see what other characters they roll out. We've got a flat week, and they dropped 3 right off the bat, so I'm hoping they keep that energy and keep that pace throughout the week. But yeah, the network test is June 11th at 11 p.m. Pacific time, so that looks like it'll be 2 a.m. my time, Eastern time, and I will be streaming that game. I will be making videos for it. I am super excited. So yeah, that's pretty much that. But that's the end of the video. If you like this sort of content, make sure you like the video. If you want to see more future Dragon Ball, Genki Squadron, just content on this channel, make sure you subscribe. And then you can always go down in my description and check out the links to see what else I'm up to in Universe X. Maybe check out the Discord, my other channel for card games, things like that, or just other things in this channel for anime games. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Peace.